Hey, there we go. What's up, crypto junkies? Jay coming at you. Feeling better. Feeling really good. Just got a little voice action going on. We're gonna chart BTC. We're gonna chart gold. We're gonna chart silver. Look at that stream quality. Okay, here's the little trickaroo that they pulled on me and I didn't realize it. The stream optimization was set on ultra low latency. God, that's like, talk about facepalm moment. So the fact that the stream has looked shit for like the last month, I feel like somebody pulled an okey doke on me, you know? Not too happy about it. But anyways, we're gonna talk BTC, we're gonna talk gold, silver, and all that good stuff. Man, epic weekend. You know, obviously I take time to recharge because it's Monday here, Singapore. I take time to recharge, but I also take time to study. I take time to reflect on the last week, and I take time to build. It's really like my time to get ahead. I almost feel like because the rest of the world is like taking that time off, that I don't know. I feel like I get ahead when I have a productive weekend. And a productive weekend makes a great weekend. And when I have those weekends, all those are like little psychological pieces that just make Mondays great. So today is great. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Good to have you on. Good to have some familiar faces. Junkie fam checking in. Yeah, stream should be spot on. Latency issue. So, wow, I feel silly, but for like the last month, all the live streams, I'm like, what is wrong with this? Not even thinking to check the latency. Yeah, funny. But they changed it on me. Somebody, okay? I'm blaming somebody else. I'm not taking responsibility for that one, okay? I'm the victim. I'm just kidding. All right, so let's get into it. News. Not a whole lot of news. I thought that there would be some FUD hit over the weekend. There really wasn't, but as you can see on the chart right in front of you, we are on 1 hour for BTC, and we have a strong rejection on the 50% fib line, okay? So this is big because it just proves that we're not really anywhere right now. We are not, we're not bullish, we're not bearish, we're just treading. We're treading water, which is a dangerous territory. And when you're not bullish, I think it's just really easy to just be bearish, if that makes sense. And what I mean is that unless you have strong indication that we are entering into a bull market or a bull run, then it's just safe to remain skeptic and sit and watch and be, I guess you could say, bearish. I don't know. So we had a strong rejection on the 50% line, but why? There's not really a reason for that, okay? We have South Korea, South Korea is a huge player in crypto. South Korea banks saying that crypto poses insignificant risks, and saying there's also recent news saying that they're going to fully support it and create legislation, and it's going to be fully legalized. So, okay, South Korea is much bigger than India, and India said no, and it didn't affect the market at all. South Korea said yes, and it's not really affecting the market at all either. So, or they said yes, and right now we're seeing a strong rejection. So it's weird how a lower market cap works. You know, again, we're below 300 billion in market cap. That seems to be the sweet spot. If that's the first time you are here and hearing that, yeah, 300 billion in the market cap seems to be a sweet spot. So volume is lower, FUD and news affect the market and swing the market way more. So yeah, I haven't found any news that might have triggered this. So this is just a supply and demand and price action, essentially, that is causing this, unless there's something that happened a few days ago, which just now is getting popular, right? Or just now starting to kind of go viral through the crypto community, which is, I don't know. So I doubt it's that. We've got some news that Malta, you know, is once again taking proactive steps to becoming the crypto island, which I love. I think Malta is a great place if you're an ICO to run it through and set up under. Okay, so that's pretty much it. There's a ton of shorts liquidated yesterday on BitMEX, so some people got wrecked yesterday, which kind of sucks because they got stomped out right here on this wick. They got stomped out at 68, and then it immediately, oh man, it immediately, you know, just kind of ran laterally, and now it's correcting down a little bit. But okay, so let's look at this. Let's talk fibs for a second, and I'll echo this through the different time frames. It's just easiest to see on 1 hour. So this green line, lime green, is 382. pretty green is the 50% and red is 236, okay? So you see we've been on a journey. We've pulled out through the 236. It acted as support, so algorithmically, bots, all that worked perfectly. We broke above. So remember that you test. The more you test, there's two things that are going to happen. The more likely it is to either break up or break down. So the more you test on a support line, the more stress and pressure you put on it. Okay, so now here we are, the 236 line, tons of pressure put on here and testing done. And then just yesterday I shot the live stream and we did the analysis and I thought, okay, great. So here we are, we broke above and now we're challenging the 50% line. Understand that a lot of traders are waiting for it to break through the 50%, close above the 50% on the daily time frame before they actually enter into long trades or actually start to get in on this play, which a lot of people don't understand that because they're like, well, wait, why wouldn't they have just bought, like, the market bottomed out here? Why wouldn't you just buy there? And the reason why is because everyone's got a different goal. Remember that, okay? So there's swing traders, scalp traders, you know, people who are trading on different time frames, different goals. And so it's just take it all as a grain of salt, right? So most traders, like, even though in hindsight, you know, everybody can just say, wow, well, why wouldn't you have just bought down here? Well, if they're, depending on their strategy, if they're trading algorithmically, the 50% fib line is the entry and exit points, right? And what I'm basing this off of, and what I've actually extended on is the point here back in June, all the way down to the bottom that we saw there. And we can fib different spots, right, and get a different result. So we could fib from here to here, and that would give us tighter numbers through here, which I'll do in just a second. But yeah, that's essentially, right, like, it's behaving exactly how we wanted it to. Now it challenged the 50% fib line, and it is so far it's failing that. So we're kind of dancing around. We went up a little bit, and we're just kind of like literally wrapping around this like a DNA helix. So let me just pop up to a 4-hour. Excuse me. See, this becomes more clear. 382 action, all that 382 action, and then we broke above finally. Yay, hooray! Don't bust out the party balloons just yet. And we're just now, this is the first time we've broken below. This little wiggly line here is the 200 EMA, or the 200 moving average. So we were strongly supported on that over this last, 16-hour spurt, and we just broke below that on this current 4-hour candle. Keep in mind that, you know, we still got a lot of time, 36 minutes for this 4-hour candle to close, so let's see where it ends up. But we're breaking back below the 200 EMA, which is a big deal for a bigger time frame. And in the yellow, remember, is the 55, and the blue is the 100. So we're still obviously well above that. So now, with where we're at, this green 50% fib line, hey, coincidentally, that's on that support and significant line that I drew out. Who would have thought that the lines coincide? Anyway, so the next, if we break down, what we look at is we look for support at 6533-ish, right? It's usually like plus, I say plus $2 to $5 on each side, okay? So yeah, it's a little pocket, it's a little zone. And so if this breaks all the way down, because bears have control and it's Sunday in the United States, weekends are usually low volume and weekends usually correct up quite a bit. So we've got Sunday, you guys are midday to evening. If we keep breaking down, then what we're looking at is support here, which if you look, it's just in this zone that we've got the 382 fib line. And we've got wicks and we've got bodies fully embracing this and it acting as support and resistance throughout history here with Bitcoin. So yeah, that's what we'll be looking at. That's the next zone to watch. In a breakdown and a breakup, we're still focused on this line, which is literally over the top of the 50% fib line. And all of this looks like a, it was looking like an inverse head and shoulders, but I kind of think we broke out of that. So left shoulder, head, right shoulder. It still could be like lengthwise, it's about the same, but definitely we won't be breaking down on bigger time frames if this is, because inverse head and shoulders is a bullish indication. So let's just zoom out to 1 day really quick. Ooh, that's ugly. Let's get in there. Let's get in there. Okay. So see, here we are, 382, well above it. And we closed. Today we're also closing on the weekly. So that'll be interesting to see how we close. On the weekly, it's looking bullish. Stochastic RSI crossed over, and MACD is crossed over. So there's what daily's looking like. Again, give you a bigger perspective. Let's look at the weekly. I haven't looked at the weekly that much on these, but I do pay attention to it. All right, there we go. Let's just get rid of this, hey? Getting a little hard to see. So the big deal, if this is the first stream that you're checking out, is that we essentially broke above this descending channel that was active and true since May of 2018. So that's why yesterday was so significant. So the weekly is still looking good, okay? Because here we are, here's our support line or resistance line, which also coincides with the 50 fib, okay? So it would be great on the weekly if we could close at least at this line, or above it would be beautiful bullish indication. But you see stochastic RSI on the weekly has crossed over. And what do you know, this MACD signal line, MACD line is getting closer. On the histogram, we have higher lows. So it looks like we might start to see a convergence here with a crossover happening. So on a weekly, that's looking good. The daily is still looking bullish as well, okay? So not much has shifted there. We just have some intraday action happening, all right? Oh, the other thing I wanted to do, let's zoom back down to 1 hour, and let's fib a few other things. Fibs are great because they really let you cue you in on what's going on. So on the 1 hour, we're obviously still supported on all 3 EMAs. Just want to point that out. What did I want to fib here? Where did we do the other one? From, yeah, back there. So we could do a reverse from here up until the height here. Flick that. And this gives us some more intel. Basically the golden pocket 618650, which is one that I've added for me. And we see some touching going on in there, some action, and it's trying to break above the 786 and hold. Yeah, so again, it essentially is telling you the same thing, that this whole zone here is significant. It's the 382 on the bigger extension, on the bigger fib extension, on this tighter time frame and tighter zone. It's the golden pocket. That's what this is. So here's the 50% on that tighter time frame. So again, depending on if you're swing trading, scalping this, you're working with your fib trend extensions, excuse me, these two right here. What are they? The trend-based fib extension and the fib retracement. You're working on those two on different time frames, right? Trying to figure this all out and make your moves, okay? What's the MACD looking on this? Okay, so MACD is crossed up on the 1 hour, and we flip below on the histogram, crossed up there. Okay, so we saw the descending volume happening here on the histogram, big indicator. I look at that a lot. Okay, and then our RSI is going towards, the good thing is that in price action, we haven't dropped that much, but the RSI is dropped quite a bit. So if this is the first time you're checking this out, I want you to know that I look at oversold, which is down here, 20 and 30. I look at that as very significant versus overbought. I don't really pay attention to overbought territory. I pay attention to oversold quite a bit, all right? So that's what's going on with BTC. That's the two scenarios, okay? So bullish will break above this resistance, this significance line here, and we need to close above that on the daily and keep working our way up. And we'll continue to kind of be in this rough water where we're struggling each day, and it's because the market cap is down and volume is down. All right. And a bearish scenario would be us to break all the way back down, and then we're looking for the next support zone to be around here. So even this groove, this channel here, if you were playing this, oops, what is that? What did I just do? If you're playing this on a daily, you know, that's 4% scalps if you're just swinging this. So this seems to be clearly identified now. Our zone, right, is right here. From this support line or this significance line at 67.42-ish, and this one here at 65.36, maybe 36.35, right? And there's even, we could extend this channel a little bit if we're going with some of these wicks. Might be a little bit lower than that. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is the other one. So you could even ignore this significance line, and this is the next one here. So you could even work this bigger channel as Bitcoin decides what to do here. Okay, here's this big significance line in this descending wedge from May. That's where we crossed it over. You see there. So yeah, overall good news. Here's the first line that we crossed through, and so yeah, just keep watching it, right? BTC, keep watching it. If you haven't already, there's a link in the description that gives you all of these. These are the CBOE and CME expiration dates. The next thing that I'm going to chart for this is I've got a researcher digging up all the big media hits, and I'm going to try and correlate those dates and plot that data so that we can all get a better idea of just what the fuck is going on. And does the future expiration date play a role? If so, how significant? Let's bring in another data point and look at this together. So that's what we're working on. This is the preliminary data, which is just the expiration dates that I could find with my research at this point, and more to come on that soon. But the actual TradingView link is in the description. Also in the description, if you're new, checking us out for the first time, you like what we're talking about, then you can join the Discord. Over 5,300 members now strong. It's free to join, and we talk crypto, we talk sovereignty, we talk personal optimization. It's a little bit more than just crypto. I think just talking crypto all day long is fucking boring, to be honest with you. So I like to incorporate other things with the main goal of just being a better person, right? Having more financial freedom for you, for your wife, for your husband, for your family, for your kids, and just getting better, right? Better at making commitments, holding through to that, and staying fit and healthy at the same time, right? Money is no good if you're unhealthy and unhappy, all right? So anyway, that link is there, free to join. This is interesting. We're seeing a wick and support on the 55 moving average on the 1 hour. Cool. Okay, let's talk gold. I couldn't find any new news on gold and silver. Nothing is really happening there. Again, we're moving at turtle pace. Gold and silver, in case this is the first time you're checking it out, my strategy is very simple. When we go into overbought territory, which I consider 30 on down, oversold territory, I buy. So I accumulate here, and there's a video on the channel that you could check out, and it just walks you through this, but essentially it's very simple. You buy down at the bottom and you sell a little bit at the top here. So you'd sell here a 70 to 80, which is overbought territory, sell a little here, here. Oh, hey, what do you know? We're breaking down. You could have bought a little here, here, and you would just be waiting at this point, okay? So we got some cross-up happening here, which is bearish indication. But again, these are kind of like lagging on a daily because they're just taking into consideration 200, 155 candles, right? Okay, so not a whole lot of action going on with gold and silver. You know, again, you guys know my position. Nothing's changed there. We bounced out of the pocket. Great time to accumulate. Silver didn't go as oversold as gold did. But yeah, now we're bouncing back out of that. $16. I like sub 15 for accumulating silver myself, but 16 is still a good deal when you look at hedging against hyperinflation. And I don't really pay attention to the dollar value that I'm paying. just like with crypto, I think the most important thing you should be focused on is building Satoshis. And it should all be looked at in BTC value, right? And building your Satoshi is not, I have $1,500 worth of Bitcoin or versus worth of crypto. I'd be looking at the actual decimal point or Satoshi of how much you've got in Bitcoin, right? And with gold and silver, you just look at how many ounces, how many grams do I got, and that's the way to play it there. Looking at that in terms of a dollar value, I just think is a bit masturbatory and not necessary unless you're trying to like swing trade or day trade gold and silver, which I do not do at all. I don't even look at lower time frames outside of a day. But let's look at some bigger time frames. Let's look at our weekly. Excuse me. Okay, so our weekly, we've got this doji here, maybe hammer, and we're dipping out of that. Okay, so I believe that's now, yeah, so that's closed. Wait, is Bitcoin closed for the weekly now? Let me pull this back. Did that just close? Sorry, jumping around a little bit. I just want to see if this is actually closed. No. Okay. Weird. All right, so weekly's looking strong. This is a reversal candle, okay? Overall, this is a reversal candle. We've got these squeezing up when EMAs squeeze up versus being fanned out. This usually means a convergence is happening. Yeah, but this is a reversal. So we're looking good. Let's look at silver on a weekly. RSI, not much happening there. Same thing happening here. A little bit different of a scenario on the weekly. It's not as small, right? Bears tried to pull it down. Bulls fought back. Ended up closing in the middle of that fight, and now we're opened up for this weekly and looking good. What's the monthly look like? I really just look at the daily, because I'm just looking for times to accumulate gold and silver. It's a completely different mindset and play that I'm looking for in that versus crypto. Yeah, okay. Monthly, yeah, we're still the first week of July, so. But this is strong bearish candles for monthly. Reversal candle here, so you saw it coming. Reversal, spinning top. Same thing here. It means a reversal or a pause in the price action. So it depends. So it could just mean a pause and oh, yep, more selling. So selling, pause, more selling. So we'll see what this is shapes up to be in a couple weeks. Spinning top, right, which is indecision. But yeah, so this can mean a pause in selling or a reversal. So here we had bearish engulfing candle, pause and sell off. Okay, big sell off, big sell off, big sell off. Yep, dipped, bounced out of that hard. So that is a significant zone there. So in terms of like plotting zones, I would be looking at this line every time on the stream. I should just update that probably, right? Significant line, right? Do I have the 200? Yeah, so here's the 200. 155 floating here. Seeing good, strong support on the 100 on the monthly, so that's good. Silver's, okay, we're weekly. So yeah, I start on bigger time frames just so you get an idea of the significant lines and stuff that I plot. I start on bigger time frames and then work my way down, and it becomes truer and truer on the smaller time frames, and then you start doing fib extensions, and you start seeing that there's confluence on key entry and exit points and algo lines, and then you start to really get data. You start to really get the story of what's going on, okay? And that is crucial. So you get the story of what's going on in the candles. The candles are telling you a story, and then you can match that with social media sentimentation, news aggregation, and a lot of that I'm getting from the members area that we provide, which is this guy. So we provide this for free for our OG members, and then it's charged for everybody else. It's just $10 a month. tons of tools in there, calculators, currency converters, charting tools, and then news data, which is the most important. So full breaking news section for crypto. And we're doing some crazy stuff with building that out too. The next 30, 60 days are going to be huge. We're completely revamping the members area, and then we're going to be rolling out a free full cryptocurrency section on the Crypto Junkies website that will give you a ton of tools and portfolio tracking, all that good stuff. And then the paid stuff will be even that much juicier, because I'm all about, you know, people don't pay for stuff that they don't see value in. So you got to kind of assume that you need to 2x, 5x, 10x the value for people to want to pay at all. And people, I think, notoriously are cheap, right? We all are. So anyways, that's what's going on with that. Couple other things if you want to check out is we've got clothing on sale. That's all posted in the Crypto Junkies members area. You can obviously get in the Crypto Junkies members area. It's free. There's news syndication going on in there. All the active channels, voice channels, day trading specific channels. We've got people from different other communities, botting communities, day traders that are in our community as well, and dip in and out. So all that you can check out in the Discord for free. I'd say start there. Everybody loves free. And then if you want to support us and buy some merch or click through some of our affiliate links, all of that's in a Discord under the Crypto Junkies feed. You'll get all the goodies that you need. But that's it for today. So did good, just around 20 minutes. Let's keep an eye on BTC over the next, I'd say 6 to 8 hours will be very telling in terms of direction, right? So you saw, here we are in the hour, just to recap one more time. You know, we John Wicked it all the way down here, and we're already starting to pull back. So good bear attempt, but it looks like it was pretty much shut down. So let's see. But that's it for today, my friends. Tomorrow we'll be back, and we'll be doing this all over again, talking quickly about crypto news, then looking at BTC, and then gold and silver, and referencing any new news that we've got there as well. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like this video, subscribe, click the bell notification to get our alerts, and that way you don't miss out. All right, see ya.